So although your purpose is taking up all of your time, stealing the attention away from her, is it best to keep it that way? So although I can't remember who was saying this. I don't know if it was Kevin Samuels or AMS, where he talked about she's going to miss you. She's going to be irritated that she can't see you, but keep it that way. Make sure you stay on that purpose. How important is it for an individual to stay on his purpose and not get distracted by why don't you stay with me this weekend? Why don't you kick it with me this weekend?
Right.
Will a woman get tired of you if you keep taking that bait?
Yes.
Will she lose respect for you anyways? Or is it about, go ahead.
I don't think she'll lose respect. I think sometimes it's the differences in the type of jobs and careers that we have as men. If you're making a certain type of money, then your demand is going to be higher. And so if
But she's going to be frustrated.
Yeah,
True.
but you got to make.
I don't ever see you, Ross.
I don't think she'll be frustrated with the money.
It's all about time. It's about time management and prioritizing.
Okay, but generally speaking, is it fair to say that a lot of women are, they want attention?
They do.
They do.
So they want you to make the money and they want to have the equal amount of attention. They want you to be.
The money sometimes it'll cover for that time that's not given sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
It depends on how you spend that money and that time.
So if you're looking at a professional basketball player, right? Let's just say he's never home, but he's making millions and millions of dollars.
Right.
She's always at home alone, but she has a big house. She's got everything she wants. Are women willing to, and I just thought about Nick Cannon. I think I saw him on another show where they talked about how he's got a couple of different baby mamas and kids.
Right.
And I'm just thinking to myself, do you think women are okay? Can you get away with more as a man when you have a lot of money?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get away with murder.
It makes you forget. They'll forgive you.
Yes.
So what does that say
you
about
got the bag? They will look at you like you do no wrong. Some of them.
Some
okay, so
not all of them.
from a percentage, are we talking what, 80% would let you make it regardless?
I give it a good
70.
90?
90?
90?
Nah, I give it
Okay, this
like I
one
give it
today.
this.
What about you, Ross?
Money is.
What you giving up since we giving numbers now?
I
Percentages.
mean, I've seen women that.
But you got to think, it's women out here that's making the bag too.
That's true.
It's not. It's not
That's
how
the
it used to.
10%.
It's not how it used to be to where women was just at home. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Now maybe back then I would say 90%, but nowadays when you got women that's making the bag just as much as the men are,
Yeah.
nah, I say maybe 75.
So you see that equally.
So
That's where
circling.
the equal equality comes from.
Okay, so now circling back, you're saying women are getting money now.
Yeah.
What is that doing to a woman because making a lot of money is not easy. Getting to that level to where you're making a lot of money, that takes a lot of dedication and commitment. What's that doing to her character when she is now in the ring with you guys competing? What's that doing to her character? Because
the
remember,
regular 9 to 5 guy ain't got a chance, my brother.
Nope.
Me?
Yeah.
What if I had a say? She gonna turn her nose up at me. Like, boy, you better go sit your ass down.
Okay, so we talked about this last week where we mentioned, and the question that we asked the ladies were, do queens marry princes or do they marry kings?
Princess.
Okay, so but now here's the thing though. The question was asked, can you be with a man that makes less money than you and you still respect him in that household?
I don't think so.
It's impossible.
I do not think so.
I mean, it's
not think
possible.
so. I feel like
For how long? For how long is that possible to where she's the breadwinner?
It's not going to be a forever thing. It's never going to be a forever.
And now, why do you think that? What are the challenges?
Because I feel like women aren't built. They're not built for that. Eventually, she's going to want to be taken care of. She's not going to want somebody who's going to just be. I'm not going to say living off of her because, of course, hopefully she ain't married no bum.
I gotta ask y'all this though: if she's making more than you and you make less, but you still have to pay all the bills, are you gonna be okay with that?
That's a good question.
If she's gonna bother you, are you gonna be like, hold on, wait?
So
a
she's
minute.
still expecting you to pay the mortgage every day.
Listen, exactly. It's about how the structure of the household goes. Now, me personally, if my bills are if my money is exhausted to all the bills, there shouldn't be anything that I ask for that I cannot get. Just how you met me is the way I should remain. If you met me and I was nice and well dressed, you gonna keep me that way. because all of my money is going to straight bills.
Ooh, the revolt.
I'm not spending money. I'm not spending money on just me and my own bills now. I'm spending money on my bills and yours. And if we got kids, I'm spending money on them too.
Now let me ask you this question, fellas. So if you're living, let's say that you meet a girl, she's making a lot more money than you, and she lives in a bigger house than you.
Mm-hmm.
She wants you to move in with her.
Okay.
No.
Can you sleep well living in another woman's house?
No.
Can you walk in her refrigerator?
Are we putting my name?
You gotta tiptoe to the fridge.
Are we putting my name on the deal?
You gotta lower your
That's the
voice.
only way I'm doing it.
No.
You can't take that. You gotta take the bass out your voice, son.
It's the only way I'm doing it. If she ain't putting my name on the deed, then hell no.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta ask permission. Can
Yeah,
I get a
can I
snack?
please go to the bathroom?
No game room.
She gonna get up. Hey, this house ain't clean. This house ain't clean.
It's
Why
after
did-
8. Why you in the kitchen?
It's a fork in the sink.
Oh, I gotta get home before I don't have a place to stay. You know?
You better be here for
I got
the
a
street lights
curfew,
come
man.
on.
I got a curfew. I got a curfew.
So
I've seen it.
So at,
I've seen
so at the end of the day, I think it really boils down to not the fact that men are against women making a lot of money, but the fact that
Too much.
a woman might lose that sense of what's his value to me now. And I think that's what now makes things difficult where why do I need him? So I think if a woman understands the value of a man, I think that it can work a lot better, because she might be in the house and going, well, I make a lot more money than him. I make 10 times more than him. But at the same time, he's a strong shoulder. He supports me. He still protects me. He still looks out for me. Although financially, he can't take care of all these things because I make a lot more money than him. He gives me other things that are priceless. But how many women today look at any of those things? I mean, you got women out there that'll date guys who got a lot of money, but dress like trash, and they'll treat them like trash, and they'll stay with them just because of the money that they make.
It makes me look on this too, like, okay, you think of like a caveman, like the woman needed him back then because he was the hunter, he had to go get the food, he protected her.
Right.
But there's really no value for us anymore.
Well, society's built a world in which they can live in without us.
Without masculinity.
Yeah, they don't need us. As she was saying, they don't need us.
They want to.
And once
They
they're able to
want us.
make babies without us, we out of there. Boy.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's already
That's
here.
already
Yeah,
happening.
no,
Right?
yeah.
We out of there, bro. It's gone.
Yeah, it's just something that's just growing and growing and growing, because when
So,
women started having
In
making
short,
families
we're
on
kind
their
of
own.
becoming obsolete.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, a lot of times, we can take blame for a lot of it too. Because a lot of us, but then again, you have to go back to the relationships that the mothers are having with their sons. So the sons that are coming up now are expecting everything to just be laid out for them instead of just going out there and getting it. And demanding these women to, hey, take your place, take your role in my family. I said, I'll take care of this, but this is your role.
Correct.
And I'll take care of you. But you need to understand why I'm here and my value, and then I understand your value. See, a lot of us don't get that teaching.
Okay, so at the end of the day, when it comes to purpose, a man's purpose, is it number one, a man's purpose first, and then everything else second? Or is it all right that a man puts a woman first and then his purpose and everything else behind that woman? So
What's the
for our
priorities?
young male viewers out there,
What should the priority list be for them?
so
In y'all's opinion.
So once again, for our young male viewers out there, right, that are thinking, you remember what it was like to be a young man, especially a
Women,
teenager.
I know
Girls. You put them
Yeah,
number one above
exactly.
everything.
Girls, I do it.
Right. Right, but honestly, a lot of young guys who may be watching this, you know what's on their mind. They prioritize women are above everything. But in actuality, should it be purpose? Because if you chase that purpose,
The women will come.
she'll
Let's
chase.
keep it simple, right?
Okay.
Let's keep it simple. A woman does not want a man who does not have what first? A job.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Something. He has to have something going for himself.
Right.
If you lose that first thing, you are doomed to fail. You have to have a job. You have to have a car. That's running.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be sitting in mama's driveway. Can't be sitting in your driveway. It has to be working. You have to look nice. You have to smell nice. You have those 4 things, you are going to be successful with women.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot lose that first one. So if you keep the job, she will be just fine if you work.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you prioritize her. Do not forget that she's there.
Mm-hmm.
Once you forget that she's there, then she's going to go looking somewhere else. You lost.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be responsible with your priorities,
Mm-hmm.
but don't lose purpose.
Right.
Purpose is first.
I think it's a piece. In my life, I feel like a woman is a piece to my puzzle, and I have to start with me first, because if I can't lead them, if I can't lead myself, and if I'm not led by a higher power, by God, then how can I lead a piece to any of my puzzle?
Facts.
And so my woman, when I do have a family, it's always going to be the woman of my household that I want to run my family, to help me run my family. And then it's the kids and stuff like that. It trickles down. It's simple.
Yeah.
So moving back to the children, right? So we go out, we have children with a woman who we probably should have took steps to get in a relationship with, get married and everything before we jump to that. But we have children with them, of course. Do y'all think that women are taking advantage of child support?
Yes.
I don't have kids, I can't speak on this one.
Because you know, we've had conversations with women before, you know, on the show, and some of the women seem that, you know, if I'm taking care of the child, that money that you're giving me, I've already spent that. I've
Right.
already used that money, so that money's mine anyway.
Ooh, I heard that.
What do y'all think?
I
Do you
think,
disagree with it?
I think women do take advantage of child support. I'm in a situation where I've had my daughter more. I understand. I've done appointments, every appointment. I've been to every appointment. I've been to every practice. I've bought all kind of clothes, school clothes. I've bought pajamas, everything. I've done everything that a woman says that she can do. That she can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go around saying, "Well, I don't need a woman to
Mm-hmm.
do." I just do my job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think child support was put in my life because of a separation of a relationship, not because of what I wasn't doing for my daughter.
Right.
And
Okay.
I think it gets to a point where it's just something that continues to happen. And I look at her, and not to put her stuff out there, but she came from a family tree that's used to that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was normal in her life. It wasn't normal in my life. So when I got to it, I was like, I always felt like if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, there's no reason why I need to be on child support. But going through it, you realize like, man, I should have just said, if this relationship doesn't work, I'm gonna be on child support. That's what I felt after the relationship. I was just getting ready for it, and it happened.
So and I love what you said, Ross. But here's a question, because as you were talking, I know you were kind of hesitant, and I noticed that. Do you get the feeling that women are allowed to express whatever they want, but if a guy expresses something,
Hell yeah.
it's all of a sudden, man up,
Yeah.
Mhm.
stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
But wait a minute, this is not fair. But when you're saying it, the society kind of looks at you like, man up, shut up, be quiet, go to war, die. It doesn't matter.
Just deal with it. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how that's fair at times, where I got a lot of guys that, not every guy is a deadbeat dad. Not every guy is a bad guy. I know guys make mistakes, but I think sometimes it's a little bit unfortunate that there are a lot of guys out there who have certain feelings and know they can't say nothing, so they just kind of man up and deal with it. As you just said, you're a great father, and it's terrible that, unfortunately, that a lot of women just kind of look at it like, you shouldn't be complaining, be quiet. This is the way things go. Mm-hmm. So now let's look at guys like 50 Cent and guys at the higher bracket. I think I saw somewhere where I want to say 50 Cent's baby mother was receiving, gosh, was it like 20 or 30 grand a month? Does a child need $20,000 to $30,000 a month?
For what? For what?
No.
You buy kids toys, clothes, and make sure they're fed, and have a bed to sleep in. That ain't 30. That's not 30 grand. You don't really need that much money. I feel like when mothers start taking their baby fathers to court and asking for that much money, is because they want their lifestyle to be supported.
Well, they upgrade at times. They find out a guy's got a better job or better this. They'll go back to court and ask for, I guess, adjustments. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But they'll go back to court.
But why? Why make me suffer more Why take from me more because you want more? Whatever you do in your lifestyle, you have to get that for yourself. Don't try to take that from me because I'm working and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay, I want to say something, Kyron. Quick question here, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to any of our female viewers, but is that a type of welfare?
Hustle.
Is it kind of like that? Does it sound similar
It's a side
to?
chick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a side chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my baby doesn't need designer everything. No child needs designer everything. I don't know what type of.
You'll grow out of it real quick.
Exactly.
And I don't understand. I do it every day.
Mhm.
I go to Target and get cat jacket. This stuff is I can buy $100 a week's worth of clothes with $100.
So my question is child support the problem, or is baby mama drama more of the bigger picture?
I feel like it's the mindset of the woman who's putting their baby father on child support because all women ain't like that.
Sure.
And
All women are not like
So
that.
you
then
think
again-
so the system is fine? It's just
no.
the
No.
caliber of women we know.
No.
The system is not.
No.
You see the mothers that really do need the support.
Okay.
But then again, it's still something that needs to be. It's something that needs to be looked at and changed
Mm-hmm.
because it's just all over the place. It's a lot of good fathers out here who don't get enough time with their kids.
Mhm.
So it's that role is being taken. For instance, I'm on child support and I won't go to jail if I don't spend time with my daughter.
Man, good
So I
point.
don't have to go see her if I don't want to.
You just gotta pay.
I gotta pay. I
That's
just
it.
gotta pay. I'm paying to spend time with my daughter.
Okay, so
I'm
now
gonna
that
do that regardless.
you bring up a great point. So what you're
Damn.
didn't he bring up a good Ross? Oh man, Ross. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me
It's spewing.
he's on fire? So you mean to tell me our society is pretty much telling us that the man's money is more valuable and important
Then the time.
than the time and what he could give to that child?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much what you just said.
Especially in the black community.
Yeah.
Forget what you got to offer. Just bring that money in.
Yeah. We are the most important thing in our community, and we've been stripping away from our families, and it's sad. We have to take some blame.
And that's what I was gonna ask you.
Yeah,
next.
we
do you
do.
think that also is some
Oh, yeah.
like
I feel like some-
self-inflicted?
Yeah.
I feel like some guys are actually good fathers in the beginning, but as soon as you put them on child support, then they just back off. They just back off
Mhm.
because they're
Sometimes
that
just the
pissed.
woman
They're
in
that
general.
pissed
Yeah.
off to where, oh, you gonna take me to child support and you know I'm doing good. Oh shit, forget it.
Yeah. I'm angry now, right?
I'm mad now.
Right.
But you're not doing nothing but hurting a child at
Yeah.
that point.
And that's when that. Well, if you want to be in your kid's life, you can still be in your kid's life as much as you want. I get that argument all the time. Well, I'm like, I get it, but this is the role you put me in. I said,
all right.
you the one wanted the contract involved. I said,
Oh.
you need that. You just wanted more than what you needed. And I was just like, I don't get it, man. I talk to a lot of guys every day. I'm surrounded by nothing but good fathers who are in the same situation I'm in. And it's just like, it is man, just shut up and be a father.
Now, do women play games with the kids, using the kids as chess pieces to
Yeah.
hurt the
Yeah.
father?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I've been in
See,
that
I got
position
brothers that
before.
go through that.
Mm-hmm.
I got friends that go through that. Oh, you don't want to give me this? Okay. When they call to get the kids, no answer.
Yeah.
When it's time for meetups and drop offs, they don't show up. Oh, he went with my mama. No, the court said that he was supposed to be with me, not with your mama, not with your daddy, not with their aunties and uncles. It's my weekend. It's my time. I want my time. Because you put me through all this hassle of taking me to court and doing all this extra, but now you don't want to give me what you applied for. That's wrong.
Okay, so quick question. Are all men trash, or are women getting pregnant by boys?
Oof.
Or is it that sometimes guys make mistakes? Which one is it? Is it that all men are trash, women are dealing with boys, or you just want a man that is just a perfectionist?
This is my thing. At the end of the day, we all have a choice. You know what I'm saying? There's good people out here and there's bad people.
Mhm.
If you choose to go with that bad guy and you get pregnant, blah, 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 you can't just be like, oh, man, are trash. You chose that.
That's your fault.
That's your fault.
It's your fault.
You can't blame nobody else but yourself.
So if
You didn't
five
get to know
guys,
that person.
so if you date 5 guys, and all of them are alike, does that say more about the individual, or is it
You attract
a general
who you are.
problem?
You attract who you are.
I just don't understand how somebody. And let me use this rapper,
Okay.
Future.
All right.
You already know
Mhm.
what you gonna get yourself into, but you still
That's
like
the
the
money.
It's like Lori
The
Harvey.
money.
It's
you
like Lori
still make
Harvey.
the choice
The
of giving him
money.
his 5th baby and becoming the 5th baby mama.
You can-
and you make songs like, oh, I thought he was gonna change.
Or NBA Youngboy.
You can look at these guys' track record, right? And all the women that these guys have ran through all have the same outcome.
Mhm.
Either he wasn't bad, or he treated them bad, or he just didn't have time for them.
But hold on, let's not even get on the man because sometimes.
Hold on, wait.
Okay, get on.
But the woman still,
Mhm.
it's like they have this mentality, oh, I can change him.
Mm.
Me. Cause she ain't like me. Or she don't do what I can, she can't do what I can do. Baby girl, that man gonna be who he wanna be until he find the one he wanna change for.
Yeah.
And you taking the L. So when you get baby mama, don't look for the next guy to be that Captain Saver. Cause I'm not gonna save you.
Mm.
Because honestly, I feel like the regular guys, we get overlooked, and then when you get baby mama, you come running back, or you want to be my friend now.
Too late.
It just goes back to what you said earlier, where as a guy that's financially extremely fit can get away with murder.
Yeah, easy.
And sorry, so the Drake situation, where he slept with someone's fiance, and then there was a dude out of Canada. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with that story?
No.
Nah.
Okay, so I think it was some dude out of Canada and some female out of Canada. I guess they were about to get married, and Drake hooks up with the fiance of the guy, flies her out or whatever,
Flies her out.
and then I guess he ends up sleeping with her.
Oh, she was already gone.
She been
But-
gone.
She got on
The moment she got
Well,
that,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
She said, "Oh my God."
well, apparently, I guess it was supposed to be a music deal where I guess she was
That ain't
supposed,
your wife.
right, but she's supposed to be a singer or whatever, and it was supposed to be all business, right? Drake obviously knows what he had on his mind, right? And I think the guy might have got on that plane with his fiance at some point, and then went back. I don't know the story
You
into
gotta
detail.
take that L, boy.
But here's the thing though. The guy finds out that Drake slept with his fiance. The guy ends up finding out. The guy gets on social media. Of course, the relationship ends, and he's hurt naturally, right? He's hurt. But my whole thing is, I'm just trying to figure out, and this is not to judge all women. I don't want the women watching this thinking, well, that's what she did. We're not all the same. But I am wondering, so many women fall into this where you have a decent guy who's making decent money. He's not poor. He's doing very well for himself. And you have this opportunity to see Drake. Why would you miss? Drake he could probably sleep with 1 million different women in every country.
Yeah, but that's a once in a lifetime for her.
Okay, you're right.
It just tickled her fancy, sir.
So is it right
Off
to
the bucket list.
so is it worth it though to mess up what you've got going on permanently just
It was for her.
All right, fellas, are men leaders in relationships? Or are they more like employees or employers? When you're in your relationship, do you feel like the leader in your relationship, or do you feel like you've employed an individual, or do you feel like you're the employee and she's calling the shots?
Me personally, I feel like I'm in charge of my relationship, but again, I think it's to each his own.
Man, if your lady's
Just
watching
like
that, she might get
just-
angry from what you saying that. Can you say that
Yeah,
boldly?
I can say
That I'm the
this.
leader of my relationship?
say with your chest.
But if you say I'm the leader of my relationship, are you now looked at as a bad guy? This is
Dictator.
toxic, dear dictator. Why are you saying it like that?
Okay.
Or is that not an okay thing?
Let's say it's just a play on words, right?
Okay.
Right? Okay. Now I can say that I'm the lead of my relationship, but I'm not gonna call my girl an employee because I could be sometimes wrong.
Oh no, I meant are we the employees at times? Not her.
You know what?
are you the employee of the relationship? Or when I say employer, is it a relationship where you're not necessarily a leader, but you've employed someone because pretty much you're buying it? You're paying for this relationship one way or the other. This is not about love no more, right? That's what I meant by that. So once again, guys, let me restate this question. So, and I apologize. This is my fault. That's my fault. Let me rephrase this question again. Are you the leader in your relationship, or are you an individual that has to pay in one way or the other? Maybe not direct funds to keep that relationship. Is she in there because you're paying her something, or are you being treated like an employee?
So where she paying me?
No, to where you're having a tiptoe, to where it's over when she's ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
You're walking on eggshells.
I feel like either way you're simping.
Regardless.
What is
indirectly
simping?
or directly.
Wait. No, you're
Either
saying
way.
something. You're saying something. But for our viewers, what is a simp?
What is a simp?
What is a simp? What's
I feel like too much chivalry. Too much.
The overly passive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just take the situation. It was a ball player who said they were gonna pay Sweetie, the rapper, pay her to go out on a date. That was something that was floating around on the internet.
So yes, man.
I'm not gonna pay you to do.
Wasn't that James Harden?
James Harden.
It was James Harden.
It was James Harden.
Shame on James.
Shame on him. Simping. Now let's take it.
Wait a minute, Ross. Ross made a face. That face was like, I disagree with you.
Been talking. Let's hear what you got to say.
When you got that type of money, I don't know if it's.
Does that make it okay though, Ross?
Sir.
Still
Do
simple.
whatever you want to do.
So
You still
doesn't that
simping. You know what that tells me? I cannot respect a man who does that.
who pays
So-
for
Me
women?
personally, I
so
cannot
where's your
be
dignity
around
at?
a guy.
Right.
He cannot sit in my space. We can't breathe the same air. Like, you wouldn't be a part of my crew if I knew you did like that.
Pay for women.
You're not finna pay a girl to go out on a date with you. Now, after you paid her to go out on
How
a
much
date,
was
then
he
you have to
offering?
pay for the date.
How much was he on?
Okay, so Ross,
It
now
was over 10 bands.
Nah.
so now that
You can
so
open up a Chick-fil-A for that.
well, see, but
all the employees you want.
but what Ross is saying is it's not what is it? It's not.
It ain't chicken if you got it.
Yeah, but
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Regardless.
it is.
Yes, it is.
Let's.
I get it. I just come out of
What you get?
The simping thing. I've never understood simping. Simp.
Okay.
Looking at the bigger pictures, don't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the bigger picture, do you think that that's putting a hindrance on the way other people, that are easily influenced by what these celebrities
Exactly.
and athletes do? Do
He
you think
just-
that opens up?
He just opened up a door for all women to say,
Well, if he can, if
if she can get paid to go on a date, I can get paid to go on a date.
correct, do you think that's now influencing the younger youth
Yeah.
and believing that type of relationship is okay? And
You know what you just did for your future son?
I just think that's just the times we live in. I don't look at that as anything. That's just the times we live
Okay. Well,
in.
let's
So you're
ask.
just gonna adjust to the times, huh?
No, I'm not adjusting. It's just that's the type of thing. Those are the type of things that are going on right now. Those women want that. Men are doing stuff like that. That ain't gonna do.
Are you okay with OnlyFans?
Come
Have
here,
you've heard of
let me pay you
OnlyFans?
$5
I heard
next week.
OnlyFans.
Do you think that's okay as well?
Hey,
Dudes
Far as in
that
a
pay.
relationship
pay
or
for-
just paying for
I ain't,
Yeah,
it
just
ain't
pay-
got-
I mean-
I ain't doing it, but
OnlyFans
I-
is just another way of saying I subscribe to a girl's whatever she got going. They just have
Is it a
some-
form
they
of
just-
simping?
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
is that a form of simping as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now I've got a question for you guys. You brought up James Harden. There's
paying for
another.
a private party.
You brought up James Harden. There's another basketball player. Now we're talking about guys who are making millions of dollars. Okay.
I already know what you're finna say. Though.
There's another. Yeah. There's another individual. I can't remember his name or what team he plays
Play
for,
the
but.
Hornets.
or the dude that just got put on child
Child
With
support.
the Brittany Renner.
No, that's not even what I was talking about.
You're talking
No,
about.
not even that.
I recently read
I was about to
that.
say that's crazy.
No, what happened with that one?
Okay, who want to tell the story?
Well, basically, after she got pregnant, she put him on child support.
No. She got. They're married.
Right.
They're right before the baby was born. She filed for divorce without him knowing. I guess without him knowing. I don't know. She filed for divorce and now she's getting paid this amount of money every month. And it's just like, hold on, wait, was this
But
a
apparently,
setup?
she got on somebody's channel or podcast or show and said that if you want to win with these basketball players, or she said
you're
that
talking about that clip. Yeah.
she said that basketball players are dumb, and if you get a basketball player, you can
get the
easily
bag.
win. You can get the bag for the rest of your life.
She brags about it, and about a year and a half ago, she got with a young NBA player. Okay, this young NBA player, she's older than him. Basically, she got pregnant by him. Right, they were seeing each other. They were in a relationship. They got married apparently, and he got her pregnant. Right, this happened in a very short span of time, and now he's gonna have to pay child support. Supposedly, she'd been planning this divorce in secret before he ever found out. And
Plot twist: there was a video that resurfaced about her saying that
NBA players
are dumb.
Hold up, let me clear something. It didn't resurface. That was viral the first time she said it. This girl was literally used as a quintessential example of why you shouldn't mess with Instagram thoughts. It's not like this was a hidden secret. You know what I mean?
Everybody knew.
You're talking about videos that were out 2 years, 4 or 5 years ago. So anyways, I'll play the video for you guys. This is her, well before this relationship, talking about who she gets with.
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in like 2018 that's any of your business or why it matters. But 24. 11 athletes. Woo! 5 entertainers. Woo! 8 regular guys. Woo! I've only 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous because a lot of y'all run your mouths too much. I don't want to be sending you a video 1 minute, the next minute I see me spread eagle on the timeline playing with my in my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb. I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating.
So she this is a profession for her.
Oh yes.
So there are some women who are gold diggers, and by not to disrespect them, but they understand this is what I do.
This is what I
A
do.
lot of them get trained to do that as kids.
Right. Well, so and that's a business, and that's fine. Well, might not be fine, but I understand. Okay, this is a business, right?
It's accepted.
If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing, and that's for the basketball players to pay attention. My question is, there was another basketball player, and I want to know your opinions about this. I think he was married to an individual, and she got pregnant, but by another man, and he stayed with her and forgave her.
Simp.
Do you have that in you
No.
to take care of another man's
My
child
pride.
in your marriage?
If she ain't had that baby when I met her, no.
Mm.
No.
So you would agree that he's because a lot of ladies might argue that, oh well, he's dedicated and he's
To
a good
what?
man.
To
Well, you know,
what?
when it fits women's narratives a lot of the time,
Hell yeah, then
they'll
it's
say
right.
then it's right.
Because they've done it for so many years and stuff like that. They feel like we should just roll over and do it too.
Right. Because I find it hard
We
for a
ain't
lot
built
of
the same.
It ain't never gonna be the same.
right. It's now women don't like, nor do they. I think they understand double standards, but I think that they hate the fact that there is double standards, and they want to make them. They want to make them equal. So what
Yeah, but
you
there's
just
double
said,
standards on both sides of the board.
absolutely. But I think a lot of the times they want to win. They want to win. They don't want to hear your double standards, because once you get to talking rationally, and this is not every woman, but once you get to talking rationally, you start making women angry.
Feelings get involved.
You can make a woman real angry when you're too rational,
Yeah.
and when you're fact based. Some women, not all once again, but some women can get irritated by that.
Kim and Sandwich, you can see that though. When
Yeah.
he starts talking numbers, can't argue with numbers.
Right.
So
What'd you say earlier?
I know the Kevin Samuel thing, but you know the way he approaches and how he gets his information out, women don't like to hear that. They
I
don't
think
like
it's
to be
just.
told
I think it's just his approach.
But they,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they, but you got rappers that do it just as bad, and they still support them.
True.
I'm like, you listen to the Baby, you listen to Future, and they degrade you in every song, but you still gonna, you still
Wait a
know all
minute,
their
Ross.
lyrics, you
Ross,
know their lyrics word from word.
Ross is preaching now. So what you're pretty much saying is, are women disagreeing with Kevin Samuels, what he's actually saying? Or are they just mad the way he's saying? Are they mad that he's even bringing this up into? I mean, because it's got to be different that he says something about women, and then you look at the views, and he's got 500,000 views, and it's just like, man, not only is he saying this, but people are listening to
It's
this.
the way he's saying.
I feel
It's more the way.
like it's the approach. If I listen to a song, it's indirectly, right?
Mhm.
It's just a song. I don't care. You know, most women just gonna shake their song.
Mhm.
But when you have a person who's actually doing a sit down, like an interview,
Face to face.
a face to face, now it's like, oh, you're attacking me,
Mm.
but it's really not attacking you. You know, if I'm telling you straight facts.